Dr. Thorne, I gotta tell you, I am panicking. Last week, I hit a new leg day and I was wrecked. I couldn't walk for 3 days. It was that deep, satisfying, I did something kind of pain. It was beautiful. This week, I did the exact same workout. I felt strong, the numbers went up, but I woke up today and I feel fine.
And that's a problem?
It's a huge problem. I'm not sore. Did I do it wrong? Did I not go hard enough? Did I just waste an entire leg day? Because no pain, no gain, right?
Chris, what if I told you that first workout, the one that crippled you, was probably less effective for building muscle than the second one where you feel fine? What if that entire no pain, no gain philosophy is the single biggest myth holding you back from real progress?
No way. The soreness is how you know. It's the feedback. Are you telling me that chasing that feeling is wrong?
I'm telling you it's a trap. And that obsession with soreness is the #1 reason most lifters spin their wheels, get injured, and fail to build the physique they want. Today on the Pump Room podcast, we are diving deep into the science of DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness. We are answering the age-old question, is no soreness equal to no gains? The truth is going to liberate you and probably piss off a few old school lifters.
This is the kind of stuff we're here for. Welcome to the Pump Room by Strength Unleashed. I'm Chris Rhino Vance.
And I'm Dr. Elias Thorne. Let's solve this massive problem. We are all, on some level, obsessed with soreness because it's tangible. It's a physical reward for our hard work. It feels like validation, but it's a false idol.
What do you mean a trap?
It's a trap that leads to what I call junk volume. Here's the cycle. You do your planned 3 sets of 10 on squats. You feel good. You think, I'm not going to be sore tomorrow. So what do? You add 3 more sets. Then 4 sets of leg extensions. Then 4 sets of walking lunges until you're crawling out of the gym. You're not stimulating more growth. You're just accumulating excessive damage.
But damage is good, right? We tear the muscle down, it builds back stronger.
That's the myth. Damage is a byproduct of training, not the goal of training. The goal is mechanical tension. You can create massive damage with 0 growth signal. Think about running a marathon. You will be crippled with DOMS for a week. Are your quads going to be 3 inches bigger?
Pause. Wow, okay, that's a perfect analogy. No, they're just damaged.
Exactly. You've created a huge recovery deficit that your body has to spend a week climbing out of, which impairs your ability to train again. That junk volume you added just to get sore, it's actively hurting your progress.
And I've been there. I'm so sore I have to skip my next leg day or I can only use half the weight. So I'm sabotaging my next workout for the sake of feeling sore from my last one.
That is the trap. So, to break this, we have to understand what DOMS actually is. It's not a badge of honor. It's just a signal. Let's get scientific. DOMS stands for Delayed Onset Muscle Soreness. The word delayed is the key. It's not the burn you feel during a set. That's acute metabolic stress, which is different. DOMS is the pain and stiffness that peaks 24 to 72 hours after your workout.
Okay, so what's causing that 2-day later pain? For decades, I thought it was lactic acid.
The lactic acid myth is one of the most stubborn. It's completely false. Lactic acid, or more accurately, lactate and hydrogen ions, is cleared from your muscles within 30 to 60 minutes post-exercise. It has nothing to do with the soreness you feel 2 days later.
So what is it? The scientific consensus is that DOMS is a result of a few things, primarily mechanical stress and microtrauma, specifically from novel, strenuous exercise and especially from the eccentric or lowering or lengthening phase of a lift. Think about the down part of a squat or a bicep curl. That's what creates most of the micro tears in the muscle fibers. Inflammatory response. This is the big one. In response to that microtrauma, your body's immune system sends in an inflammatory cascade, white blood cells, fluids, etc., to clean up the damage. This creates swelling and pressure inside the muscle. Nerve sensitization. This inflammatory soup of chemicals like prostaglandins and bradykinin sensitizes the nerve endings in your muscle. It's not the tears you feel, it's the inflammatory response to the tears that your brain registers as pain.
Okay, so micro tears and inflammation. But Dr. Thorne, that sounds like what we want for growth. Tear it down, build it back stronger.
This is the central confusion. A signal for growth, hypertrophy, and muscle damage are not the same thing. They often happen together, but they are not proportional. You can have a ton of damage with very little growth signal, like the marathon, and you can have a powerful growth signal with very little damage. The primary driver of muscle growth is progressive mechanical tension, not muscle damage.
So, I can get a powerful growth signal without being cripplingly sore?
Not only can you should. What does soreness correlate perfectly with? Novelty, a new exercise, a new rep range, a new range of motion. Coming back after a week off. Your body is unadapted to that specific stress.
This brings me back to my first question. My first workout, I was wrecked. My second one, I wasn't.
Exactly. This introduces the most important principle in this entire discussion, the repeated bout effect, or RBE. Your body is the most incredible adaptation machine on Earth. Bout 1, your first leg day, you introduce a new, massive stimulus. Your body is unprepared. It creates a ton of damage and a huge inflammatory response. Result? Crippling DOMS. Bout 2, your second leg day, your body, having learned from bout 1, has already adapted. It has reinforced the muscle fibers, improved its repair pathways, and become more efficient at handling that exact stress. Result? Significantly less damage, less inflammation, and less soreness.
So, the fact that I'm not sore isn't a sign that I failed? It's the #1 sign that my body succeeded in adapting?
It is the definition of progress. Not getting sore is the physical proof that you are getting fitter, stronger, and more resilient. You've been chasing the opposite of your goal. You've been chasing failure when you should have been celebrating adaptation.
This changes everything. My entire metric for a good workout has been wrong my whole life. So if soreness isn't the metric, what is?
This is the final, most crucial piece. We need to destroy the old, broken metric and replace it with new, unbreakable ones. You must stop tracking your progress with feelings, soreness, and start tracking it with facts, data.
The logbook.
The logbook is your Bible. The real metrics of a successful workout program are simple, and soreness is not on the list. Metric number 1, progressive overload. This is the undisputed, non-negotiable king of muscle growth. The evidence of your success is not in your aching legs, it's in your logbook. Did you do 225 pounds for 5 reps last week and 225 pounds for 6 reps this week? You had a wildly successful anabolic workout even if you could play a game of tennis the next day. You applied more tension. You signaled growth. Metric number 2, performance and form quality. Did that 225 for 5 feel faster this week? Was your form crisper? Did you control the 3-second negative on all 5 reps? Did you feel a stronger mind-muscle connection? That is a massive sign of neurological adaptation and progress. Metric number 3, consistency and recovery. This is the one nobody talks about. Was your workout effective and efficient enough that you recovered in time to hit your next scheduled workout at 100%? A workout that cripples you for 6 days and makes you miss your next session is a failed workout. A workout that stimulates you, lets you recover, and lets you come back stronger is a perfect workout.
Taking notes, progressive overload, logbook, performance quality, MMC, consistency, recovery. This is a system. This is the strength unleashed mindset in action. It's not about being a masochist, it's about being an athlete.
Chase performance, not pain. That is the new mantra. Your goal is to apply the optimal, effective dose of stimulus, tension, to signal adaptation, and no more. Just enough to trigger growth, but not so much that it compromises your recovery and your next session.
So, is soreness ever useful? Is there any time I should pay attention to it?
Yes, as a signal, not a goal. As a signal of novelty. If you're extremely sore, it tells you this was a new stimulus. For example, you just started a new program. That's okay, and you should expect it to fade, the repeated bout effect. As a signal of poor recovery, if you are still getting cripplingly sore 6 weeks into the same program, that is a red flag. It means you are not recovering. You're underslept, underfed, or your program has too much junk volume. As a signal of injury, sharp, joint-related, or one-sided pain is not DOMS. That's an injury signal. Stop.
Okay, so I can use it as data, not as a trophy. This is revolutionary. But what about when that does happen? Like, I start a new program and I get that good sore. How should I manage it to make sure I can hit my next workout?
That is the art of recovery. It's about sleep, nutrition, and active blood flow, which is a massive topic in itself.
I see what you're doing. That's the follow-up. The ultimate recovery protocol. My exact routine after a brutal leg day. Perfect.
You're learning, Chris. So, to summarize the new blueprint, DOMS is a poor indicator of growth. It is a good indicator of novelty. Lack of DOMS is a good sign of adaptation, the repeated bout effect. Chasing soreness leads to junk volume, overtraining, and injury. The true metrics of progress are progressive overload, performance in your logbook, and consistency.
This is liberating. I'm free from the soreness trap.
You are. Stop letting a fleeting feeling of pain define your success. Let the cold, hard facts of your progress in the logbook be your ultimate validation.
Dr. Thorne, this was a breakthrough. For everyone listening who just had their entire training philosophy flipped upside down, smash that like button. This is the kind of science-backed truth we're all about.
Subscribe to the Pump Room Podcast for more deep dives that destroy myths and build real strength. And share this with your gym partner who won't shut up about how sore they are.
Now, our question for you, the Strength Unleashed Army. Be honest. Have you been chasing soreness as your #1 goal? And what will be your new #1 metric of a good workout? Let's talk in the comments.
Chase performance, not pain. We'll see you next time.